Hello world, this is Mika from Asia Exchange, and this is my cat Manteli who's accompanying me today. And and my colleague Risto will be answering your questions during this webinar. I bid you a heartfelt welcome to this webinar. Thank you for participating from all over the world. And it's already 1 past, so I guess we can start off. So the theme today isn't really about us, Asia Exchange. Well, it's a little bit about Asia Exchange, but the main point is that why anybody should spend a semester in Asia. So our agenda today, I'm going to explain something about us and why we exist, and of course the main point being why one should study in Asia. And along that, I'm going to explain our destinations to you and eventually how to apply. So we are a small team. We started in Finland back in 2007, and nowadays we are still pretty small. But we are nowadays we don't only work in Finland for the Finnish students, but we have become worldwide, and we have 2 offices. We have one in Finland in Tampere, and one in Bali, because it's easier for them to communicate with our Asian partners and also communicate better with the Balinese universities. And actually, this is old information a little bit, because nowadays we have 11 partners in 7 countries. We have 1 more university on Bali. And our whole team is full of former exchange students. So when we say that one should spend a semester abroad, we know what we are talking about, because for all of us, it has been an experience that has shaped our personal and career lives. And for example, all my colleagues on Bali are former students who have been there. So the experience has really changed their lives, because they're nowadays working in Asia on Bali and helping students from all over the world to study in Asia. So what really defines us is that we are acting as a link between the students from all over the world and Asian universities. Our company came to be in quite some time ago for the sole purpose that back then it was extremely stressful and hard to apply. Like especially back then, it was extremely hard to apply to study in Asia independently as a free mover. So our 2 founders, they spent a wonderful semester in Shanghai, and they wanted to share the same experience with everybody in the world. And that's why our mission is to enable studying abroad for everybody, and not just for the entitled who could pay $20,000 for a semester. And nowadays we are the most affordable and company to through which everybody is able to apply to study in various destinations in Asia. And also we have made application extremely easy. But we will get to all these points later, really. So I guess there are as many reasons to study in Asia as there are you participants, but definitely something to maybe to rise up from all these reasons is that studying abroad is all about expanding one's comfort zone, and definitely learning some new cultures and learning to know new people and to get completely new experiences. And many of our students actually, they are much happier when they get back home because they have received a lot of perspective to everything in this world. And you wouldn't really think about those kind of things unless you were abroad. So meanwhile, if you're at any point tired of me rambling here, you can write your own, for example, your own experiences if you have from that you have from abroad, if you have any that have shaped your lives to this point, and maybe why you're interested in studying in Asia. And well, one point is that especially the people who come from North America or Australia, New Zealand, where the tuition fees are really high, like outside Europe, it may actually be profitable for them to study in Asia because the tuition fees are affordable, and also living there is really cheap. So compared to the living standards back home, they are actually saving money every day by studying in Asia and still enjoying really high quality tuition. And of course, as many of you know, Asia will be the new center of the world, most likely in this century. So experts on Asia are really sought after. So after you have been in Asia, you already know the culture, you know people, you may not know even the language. So that really gives you points when you apply to work in the future. But for me, it's really all about getting out of your comfort zone and experiencing something new. And like I said, our purpose is to enable studying abroad for everybody, and that's why we have a really large variety of universities, countries, programs, and of course courses, so that we could cater something to everybody. And we know that some universities are really strict about the number of courses you have to complete in one semester, which is why when we choose our destinations, we always make sure that everybody will have maybe 5 or even 6 courses they can complete in one semester. Apart from that, we have courses on bachelor and master level, of course, and you are also eligible to study or to choose courses from between different faculties if your own study subject is really interdisciplinary, or if you want to experience something new. And our founders, when they spent their semester in Shanghai, they noticed that you can bargain about everything in Asia, and even the tuition fees. And we have managed to have our tuition fees really affordable, and all our programs, even the one in New Zealand, which will come back later, are less than 2,000 euros a semester, or 2,880 US dollars. And like I said, nowadays we have 11 partner universities in 7 different countries, because of which we have quite a sufficient network through whole Asia, and nowadays we even have New Zealand in our portfolio. So let's get more in depth to our partner universities. The University Putra Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia is our rising star, because the tuition language in this university is English, which means for you that you will have a huge variety of courses to selection. And as many of you know, Malaysia has made huge investments to education, so you can enjoy really you can enjoy education of really high standards, and also have you have also lots of different courses that you can select from. For example, you can take both bachelor and master level courses, and pretty much from every subject imaginable. Like you see a list of subjects you can study at UPM is really huge, and there's lots of variety there. And so far, our only destination in South Korea, Hankuk University of Foreign Studies, is getting more and more students every year, and with a good reason, because the tuition, the quality of tuition on HOOFs, as we call it, is extremely high. And it, for me, it really tells something, because actually lots of students who go study there for one semester suddenly contact us and tell us that they would like to stay another semester there. So that really says more than words alone. And definitely the best subjects you like, the most convenient subjects you can study there are business, law, for example, social sciences. Like lots of Korean top CEOs and diplomats have graduated from Hankuk University of Foreign Studies, and that is also because they teach more than 40 languages. So if you want to go to South Korea to study, for example, Portuguese, Swedish, Turkish, whatever, you can do that if you want. And Shanghai University is the one that started it all, because our two founders studied here before they had the idea to found Asia Exchange. Studying, we have a set program at Shanghai University, and it's a really great opportunity to dive into Chinese culture and learn about the Chinese way of doing business and Chinese language, and learning about the whole Asian economy and China's role about it. And many of our students have actually profited from studying at Shanghai University, because, well, lots of companies, for example, need expertise on China nowadays. The Xiqian University in Taiwan is actually a really interesting destination, because of course they have a large variety of courses available, and they also, the Taiwan area represents the original Chinese culture. So it's for China fans and fans of the culture, it's definitely a great experience. And they also have a renowned, like really well-known faculty for design. So if you're into design, you might be able to get in. And this is something definitely for the culture fans. If you're interested in food or beverages culture or music or anything like that, Chinese culture, this is definitely a destination for you. Kasetsart University in Bangkok, Thailand, is extremely renowned not only in Thailand but also in whole Asia for its faculty of agriculture and engineering. So when somebody is studying engineering or agriculture, is asking us where they should spend their semester. If they're asking for our opinion, I will always recommend studying at Kasetsart University first. And the good point also in studying in Thailand is that it's extremely affordable to live there. We have students living in villas, for example, with swimming pools or apartments comparable to hotels with security, cleaning personnel, and yeah, lots of our students would have liked to stay there for a longer time. CM University, it's especially renowned for business, and they also offer a whole programs like whole undergraduate or bachelor's degree in in business, and they have a large variety of business courses available. So it doesn't really matter if you would like to spend 1 or 2 semesters studying at CM University. They have you covered for your whole stay. And of course, this is Bangkok is also a really interesting and really dynamic city to live in. And finally, in Thailand, we have the Prince of Songkla University on Phuket. That's an, if you, in case you don't know, that's an island right next to Thailand. So if you want to study in a real paradise for a semester or two, Prince Songkla University is definitely something you could consider yourself. And they have a really large variety of courses available, like in business, economics, social sciences, humanities, and even tourism. And in any case, this is a great destination for anybody interested in tourism, because Phuket is also really beloved by tourism. So you can experience the Asian way of tourism business making right in the destinations on Phuket, and also enjoy the vibes there yourself. And now we are on to Bali. Bali is still our most beloved destination, and with a good reason. Bali is something for the active people who have lots of hobbies, maybe like rock climbing, surfing, being in nature, nightlife, who knows, but this is definitely something for the active people. And we have a good variety of courses in at Varmadeva University, and along with this program, we also have the Bali Business Foundation program, where you don't only spend time in dusty old lecture halls, but you also work with local startups and companies and solve real life problems. So if you are an aspiring entrepreneur, you should really consider taking the BBF program at Varmadeva University. And also, and if you're overall interested in studying business on Bali and learning about the Asian way of making business and how dynamic the whole thing is, or tourism or so on, you should definitely check the courses available at Varmadeva University. Undiknas University is our newest addition, our 11th university in our portfolio, and this is heavily recommended for business students especially. Undiknas University is the best private university in Western Indonesia. And finally, we have the Udayana University. Udayana University is the most beloved destination, the all-star of our destinations. It has been all like it has always been the most popular destination we have, and with a good reason, because it's a good university, and there are also many subjects to be studied there. A really good and solid program, which has really long roots already. It was founded. The program itself was founded 20 years ago, so they have a long tradition of welcoming foreign students to study there, and it's also really conveniently located on Bali, not far from the beaches. Finally, we have the Institute of the Pacific United, the IPU, in New Zealand. So this is definitely when I visit international coordinators at universities and tell that it's possible to study in New Zealand when applying through us with less than 2,000 euros for a semester. It's hard for them to believe it, really. But this is also for the adventurous ones in who are into nature, hiking, rock climbing, and also for the ones who would maybe like to improve their English skills, because New Zealand is an English speaking country, but you can also experience the unique Maori culture while there. So this is absolutely something for the ones who want to experience something really special that they will carry for the rest of their lives with them. For the ones who may not have enough time to study in Asia for a whole semester, not to even speak about the whole undergraduate or bachelor's degrees, we also have summer programs on Bali, on Varmadeva University, and at Hankook University of Foreign Studies in Seoul. It's a really unique opportunity to take a dive into the local culture, complete some interesting courses, and also if you are considering studying for a semester on Bali or in Seoul, it's a great way to experience the university and the local culture beforehand and learn something about it. So if you don't already have plans for the next summer, please feel free to apply to our summer programs. The summer school at Hankook University of Foreign Studies, like I said, you can experience already in 4 weeks. You can experience the city and local culture, and also maybe learn the language. South Korea isn't really a big country, so you can travel around, and they also have really interesting field trips for the summer school students. For example, visiting the South and North Korean border, and also visiting some famous factories and so on. And they have a nice variety of courses in the selection, so that they can definitely cater to every interest. It's a great dive into the Korean culture, and also gaining some academic experience while doing it. And if your home country is not a paradise enough in the summer, please feel free to apply to Varmadeva University summer school. There's really not much to say about this, because it's a really unique opportunity to visit Bali, have a good time, and also gain some academic experience while there. That will be there will be no question if the summer wasn't spent well. What really separates us from everybody else is our customer service. When you contact us, we always answer you, or we try our very best to answer you in 24 hours, excluding weekends and holidays, of course. And we want our students to feel that they always have this safety net, because it can be a daunting and stressful experience to know that you are going to spend 4 months in a country you don't know. So we always want our students to feel safe, that they always have somebody to have their back. And that's why we have different services before, during, and after the semester. Before the semester, we of course answer every questions or concerns you have and offer consultations, and of course our very simple application procedure, after which we will send your documents to the universities, after which the documents first land in our office and we check that everything in your acceptance documents is okay, after which we will send them to you, so you can request your visas and so forth. And if there are some difficulties even during the semester, like of course before this we help you with the accommodation and with possible visa issues. And also during the semester, if you feel that you have some problems with the university, for example, or courses or anything, we will help you. And we always have somebody to accompany you. Well, we always try to have somebody partake in the orientation event to meet you students face to face, not learning the faces behind the names and ensuring that everything is going smoothly there. And like I said, we also have an office on Bali, so they can help the students of all our 3 Balinese universities. And to really make our customer service solid, we always have one contact person for every partner university, meaning that we always have a person available who knows the university well, and also the contact persons there. After the study program, the universities first send your transcripts to us, after which, like as you know, we check that everything there is correct, and then we will send them to you. And we are always really glad to have your feedback about everything, because that way we can also ensure that our future student will have the best possible service and the best possible experience at our partner universities. Like I said, application is made as simple as possible with as few steps as possible. You can apply electronically on our website. We have electronic application forms, and you can also upload all your documents to it. After which we will check that your documents are all correct, and then and if your documents are correct, we will send you we will confirm your study place in 2 days. So in 2 days you can already have your confirmation about your study place, and you can start preparing for the unforgettable semester. Exactly. After your application, we will handle everything with the university. Everything you need to take care of is booking the flights and also getting the visa. And our definite benefits for the students, as you know, we have a large network of universities available and a large selection of study programs and courses. And you can also apply with a friend. We have no quotas, and we don't pay any mind to your grades like universities do with the bilateral agreements, because we have also noticed that students who may not have had such good achievements in the university with the courses, they when they spend a semester abroad and widen their horizons, their grades also tend to get better. And of course, like through our customer service, we have made everything as stressless for you as possible. And our programs will not only cater to your personal needs, but also your academic needs and career needs, because the students who have completed semester in Asia or pretty much anywhere have a much better chance getting a job, which was also the case for me and all my colleagues. And lastly, here are some tips from us with love that will definitely help you make most of your semester. And thank you very much for your time and attention. I hope that something has stuck with you during this webinar, and please don't never hesitate to contact our customer service if you have any questions or any concerns, or you would like to contemplate in which university you would like to spend your semester that will benefit you the most. I will now, along with Risto, I will now begin answering your questions. Thank you. Here's a really good question, which brings us back to why we exist at all. What challenges do students face going to Asia in particular compared to other regions? Well, if somebody was to apply to an Asian university independently, they would see that the English instructions may not always be so good, kind of hard to make sense of, and some may demand lots of documents from you, like mostly communication issues I would say that you would face if applying independently. For example, it can be really hard to do have any engage in any communication with the university, as they may not answer. May not know lots of English. The websites are not always so optimal, so it's hard to find the person you are supposed to talk to about the issue you have. But because we have a contract, we have an agreement with our university, and we also have a dedicated contact person, we can handle everything with them. And some problems maybe in the destinations could be that it might be hard to find accommodation. But for example, in Kuala Lumpur, I believe we have an agreement with a local lodging service through which our students can apply for accommodation. So yeah, accommodation, communication, those could be some problems that the students face when going to study in Asia. Hilmi, I hope that this answered your question. If you have any more specific questions, I'll be happy to answer them. I take it that answered your question. I'm glad I could be of help. The definite benefit of going to Asia at the moment is that Asia is always becoming more important in a global scale. Like the center of gravity is really moving towards the east at the moment. They have the biggest populations and the most rising markets at the moment, which is why experts on Asia are really in demand in the future. And right now, Asia is also the whole area is also a really interesting place to study in, because it hasn't been so, maybe not so Americanized, or it's something completely different compared to Western countries. So for people who would like to have some adventure and experience something new, it's definitely worth considering to spend a semester in Asia, or go for a vacation there, and yeah, to spend a semester in Asia, because that will definitely, regardless of what your career will be, will make your chance of getting a job better. Yes, Arshan, we pay no mind to the grades, and in our agreements with the universities, we have tried to make the bureaucracy, or the amount of documents, as little and as few as possible. And for most of our destinations, I'll need to check this. Let's take, for example, Varmadeva University. On our website, when you go to university and click apply, you can see the required documents. So Most of our destinations only require a transcript of records, but it's mostly just, well, it's mostly just a formal thing. They are not really interested in your grades, but they still need your transcript and an identification page of your passport. And most of our destinations don't need a proof of English skills or anything like that. So and because we are allowed to accept students on behalf of the universities, as long as you send us the required documents, you are already accepted in the program. And we are more interested in giving you an experience that might change your lives than your current grades. I'm glad I answered your questions. And like I said, you are always welcome to visit our website. We have quite a lot of information about us, our destinations, our programs. And if you feel that some question is left unanswered, you please always feel free to contact us at info@asiaexchange.org. I'll be here on the line for some more questions if you have any. It seems that there are no more questions at the moment coming, but if something pops into your mind later, like I said, please always feel free to contact us and we will be glad to help you to have a semester in Asia or partake in any program of ours that might really be the life-changing experience for you. Thank you very much and hear from you later. Bye.